Hello all, welcome back to part 3 of Halfling Warper, here with Ultraviolent 4. We're still exploring our D7 of the dungeon, and just at the end of the last one we picked up our god for the game, which is Zin. Zin is a very high invocations god, as Zin is very highly dependent on the invocation skill, so we're currently focusing it in our training. This looks a little bit mental, but our slings reach min delay in another 0.3 of a skill level, and we'll turn those off. And so then our skill training won't be quite this all over the shop. Zin is telling us to spread the light, my child, which I like that because the last game we were playing Dithmenos, who wanted us to spread the darkness. So it seems like a bit of nice yin and yang going on. I'm not extremely familiar with Taoism, but I'm pretty sure that is the whole concept of the yin and yang, the duality between the cat and the halfling. Something like that anyway, I don't know. Alright, so when we joined Zin, he took 1/10 of our gold and gave us a point of piety. And that's actually going to happen as we pick up all gold in the future. It's the main way that you get Zin piety. He takes 10% of all the gold you pick up. You get a little bit as well from killing chaotic monsters and other stuff like that because he hates chaos, supposedly. But yeah, before you think, hell yeah, let's just run straight to the Orcish mines and grab all the gold and get to full piety, it doesn't quite work that way. Any gold that you get in the Orcish mines is reduced in terms of Zin piety, so they even thought of that one. Alright, so with our 1 point of piety, we got access to the ability to recite. It's kind of a funny ability. It preaches to nearby monsters about Zin's laws for a short duration. And it gives you a breath status, so you can't just spam it. Well, you can spam it on every monster, but once you use it, there's a little bit of a cooldown. It's kind of like exhaustion on Rue abilities, but it's a bit shorter than that. It says it has different effects depending on the target. That's a little bit misleading. Basically, there are 4 different books that Zin can make you recite from. So you don't actually get to choose a target, rather the game will pick based on the monsters around you. And if there are multiple books that could apply, it will pick what it thinks is the strongest one. So the 4 books are, tells you here, the chaotic and unclean, the undead and demons, intelligent creatures, and in particular, if they're heretics, so orcs, for instance, because they worship Beer, or something like, what's unique who worships McLeb? The Minotaur, Asterion, yeah, he'll be a heretic, things like that. And I think that was only 3. There's one for zombies, I think. So there's one for chaotic, there's one for zombies and skeletons, there's one for intelligent creatures, and there's one for undead and demons. I believe that's the 4 books. Okay, and it's kind of a funny ability because so it takes 4 turns to recite, and during those 4 turns, you can't do anything that would interrupt your speaking. If you quaff a potion, if you read a scroll, try to cast a spell, use another ability, you interrupt it. I'm not sure about Blowgun. I think this is quite humorous actually, or might be. From what I could tell, a Blowgun isn't technically using breath, so we'll have to test that out with science. Yeah, but you basically... Oh, we got teleport trapped. You basically just use that on every monster you see. It doesn't cost you piety to use. It doesn't even cost hunger to use. It says the cost is none, but I guess that's true. It's taking your turn, and it's using your other thing. So it won't affect a Quokka. A Quokka isn't one of the ones in it. Let's try Recite. There's no appreciative audience yet. I suspected that might happen. So if there's not one you can affect, you can't even cast it. And I didn't actually tell you what it does. It attempts using your invocation skill and your piety. Both those things make your recitation stronger. It will affect to overcome the hit dice of the enemy, and if you do, it will give them a bunch of different status effects. So for instance, and this depends on what sort of thing you're affecting, it can holy word them, can confuse, it can paralyze, it can do a bunch of things. Basically, it just makes enemies weaker or completely immobilizes them. And in fact, I think some chaotic monsters can actually just be killed by it because they can turn into salt. I don't know. I don't have a huge amount of experience with Zin. He's not my favorite god. I think I've only played him in tournaments before. I have won some Zin games, but yeah, not hugely knowledgeable. But basically, you just spam it and you get free kills. Let's try it on this human. Oh, you're not zealous enough to affect this audience. Yeah, we currently have 0 invocations because we just picked him up. So it actually just straight up says you suck. These hogs are faster than us, by the way, if we actually do them. It is too strong to be recited to. I'm surprised a hog can even be recited to at all. So we should put up our shroud and let's get in this hallway so only one at a time can hit us. We'll keep it going. I'm just thinking, I don't think we're gonna die to these dudes. We can blink away from them if it's a major worry. And then the human's 10 speed. So once we get rid of the hogs, we can just play blink kite poison with him. Also, we're killing him from behind. Okay, sweet. So we got our slings target. It's at 12. We're gonna stop there. This guy, let's blink. Let's blink away from him. There you go. And we'll just poison and kite. It's as sick as possible. Yep, that did it. Okay, there you go. So that's something else with Zin. He has a whole bunch of different conducts. He won't let you butcher or eat anything that was intelligent. So, you can't eat orcs, you can't eat trolls, you can't eat ogres, anything that's alive and intelligent. He won't let you do it. He also won't let you do cannibalism. He gets especially angry if you do that. And what else? Yeah, so he doesn't let you use necromancy or evil items either. So on our shopping list, we have a +9 Rapier of Pain. Zin will not let us do that, so we may as well delete it from our list. And I think we're carrying a necromancy book, are we? Yep, that's in red. That's got to go too. Oh, I've just noticed we have a remove curse scroll. Well, that's good because we're hanging out. We're hanging out for one. We've got a bunch of different rings to try. Protection from magic, nice. And curse ring of teleportation. Well, I'm glad we waited. Shouldn't have done that either. I used it before trying on the dyed leather armor. My bad, so we're gonna have to wait again. Alright, well that told us that those rings we were carrying were not rings of poison resistance. So I think we go and spend 200 gold on getting this ring of poison resistance here. Alright, Mancuria is now guarding the shops. That's very nice of him. I wonder if we can recite. Okay, you clear your throat and you prepare to recite. So we've got a recite minus status. That's actually, it used to be a minus breath status, I thought. Interesting. I guess that meant that, say you used a draconian breath weapon, then that would prevent you from reciting afterwards. So I guess that makes sense that it's now its own status. Kind of like Berserk is minus Berserk now rather than exhaustion. It was then that Zin bade them. Okay. Well, I still probably want to start backing up to the stairs. There's no point testing the blowgun on him because he's poison immune. Okay. We're still reciting, not to stray from cleanliness lest. I don't think we're getting him. You finished reciting Abominations 1816. That's really funny. We didn't affect him though. He's still just chilling out. Why don't we try some more sling bullets on the stair here? Oh, we nearly killed him. That's right, we're at min delay with our sling, so we're really strong. We shoot at 0.6 of a turn, each sling. So it's really fast. Even when he hastes, we still get heaps of attacks as he tries to close the distance. Poison ring. Okay. Alright, so now we have our poison. That's very strong to have, particularly if we're going to be going into lair soon, which we should be. And I guess we can carry positive energy around. Zin doesn't give you any negative energy resistance. It's only the Shining One who does that. Alright, so on to D8. It's not mulch all our sling bullets. And we probably should just be reciting. I'm not going to read them out every time. I think we didn't affect him either. Until we actually get some... Well, it's both. We don't have piety and we don't have invocations. Let's go again. The disloyalty of the unbelievers. Because these are beer worshippers, or I believe that's... I think all orcs are just straight up beer worshippers. I might be wrong about that one. But this should supposedly be stronger against them. I don't think any of them got affected. Yeah, it's going to be a little while. Oh well, doesn't hurt us to try. We got one of them. One white got smitten. It's kind of working, I guess. Gonna take these guys up, or at least attempt one at a time, so we're not just getting drained. Okay, our sight's down. Let's go again. Did nothing. I'm gonna pick the stair we don't know yet. A wand of ice blast. That's very good to have. We probably want to identify that as soon as possible, because then we have some recharging scrolls. We're not against an ice beast. Let's take him up though. We can play. We miscast blink, but we can just blink and shoot, and it's actually so good if we can actually get away from him. The blink and shoot sling thing is super strong because we shoot so fast that we get so many shots as the monsters make it to us. We are starving. It's something that's going to happen a fair bit with Zin, because there are so many monsters that you would ordinarily eat, but you can't. Like ogres, for instance. Let's test. Time to find out. So we're going to recite. The ogre is dazzled by your recitation. Cool. Is he going to get confused? Apparently not. Oh, he was dazed, not dazzled. Well, it looks like our poison needle is not doing it. No, so we're we're reciting the word of Zin, and all was good, for they knew that the and so on while shooting a blowgun, which is an interesting thought. The ogre is lost in a daze. He's still lost in a daze. I was trying to XV him. I don't see what status effect he actually has on him. It might just mean that he's, sort of getting distracted for turns. That's interesting. I didn't know that was one. Oh yeah, we have poison resistance now, so I actually don't mind just fighting the ant. A wand of digging. Also useful, but not as much of a priority as the ice blast. Scroll of fear. Steam dragon is actually quite scary. We're relatively low HP, and their steam ball really hurts. I think we start slinging it, and if it's killing us, we ice blast wand it. And I don't mind being in melee with it, because then it's less likely to steam us, I think. Well, yeah, it is, because it has the option to try to melee us. Good. There might be a second one. There's what's there's a vault that you can get around this stage of the dungeon that has, please no hit, that has 2 steam dragons in it. It can be really nasty, especially if you're a mummy or something and the steam really hurts you. You are not zealous enough to affect this audience. Okay. By the way, that will always be the case for Orbs of Fire. It doesn't, even if you get to full piety and 27 invocations, you'll never get them. See, if we try to butcher the 2-headed ogre, it would be a sin to do it. You can't even say I want to do it anyway. Oh, I thought that door, okay, never mind. I thought this door here was leading us back up there. But it was not. It was a lie. I want to bring the Orc Warrior up so that we don't have to come down the stair into him. And kill the Hound. May as well recite again. And now we play Crimson Imp. Should get him. Cool. He has, it's just a regular scimitar, okay. But that's a long blade. A scimitar is actually not a terrible one either. For if we just decided already at this point that we want to ditch our short blades and just go straight into long blades, which I think is likely actually. By the time we want to train a melee weapon, which might be soon, yeah, a long blade would probably be good. The reason I picked short blades is because Halflings are better at them in the early game, which is usually the hardest part of the game, as well as being more likely to find good short blades in the dungeon early. But we're past the early game. We found a sling and that basically carried us on its own. Oh, did we kill one? The orc is confused by your recitation. The orc is smitten by the wrath of Zin. Man, Zin just straight up killed one. Or we did, by reciting. Okay, so we're almost at 5 invocations. It looks like it's already paying off, at least on these weak orcs. An acid dragon on D8. I think we want to ice blast that. That's even scarier than steam dragon. See how much it hurts? And it can potentially corrode you as it does it. Oh, our one ran out. We probably should recharge it. But now we're kind of potentially wasting it. I think it's just worth. Alright. I knew that because the bullfrog was faster than the scorpion, if I walked back, the two would just switch. Maybe we should. Yeah. We're pretty nearly dead, so let's just not mess around. Good. Now I can get the scorpion. We have our poison again, so we're not too worried. That's pretty sick. Zin just straight up killed that skeleton. That is a great sword. We cannot use a great sword. Never mind. It's too big. Ooh, yeah, he still hurts. Yep. Can't get too cocky. We still only have... Well, 74 HP is actually pretty good, especially when you consider how much the Feeled had last game. But yeah, still can't butcher it. Don't want to get too cocky. Orc Warrior is still really hurt. Orcs Orcs everywhere. D8 is too early for Orcish Minds, so it can't be that. I wanted to see there which one it would pick. There's one Orc and one White, and it picked... Can't tell. Picked one of them. You finished reciting ablutions. That doesn't tell me which one it was. We are starving. Starving for... I don't know. I was going to say the truth or something, or the way. I don't know. Hornets are really scary. If we had... We've got our poison, that helps a bit. If we had our second ability, this one, Vitalization, you can use that against something like a hornet. You'll be protected from poison, and you'll be protected from their curare ability that slows you. But if we can just land... Yeah, okay, we did it. There, it's sick as possible already. They're susceptible to poison, so as long as we landed one of those on it, and we got two, we're probably going to be fine. Now we just blink away. Yeah. Sweet. New ring. We have no remove curse. Should not be fighting him at range, just being lazy. Oh, killer bees. Let's just go up and heal first. If we can take these one at a time, we should probably be okay. Again, susceptible to poison, but also hard to hit. And we have our poison ourselves, so they're much less deadly. But even with our poison, if you get bees in the open, you can still very easily die to them. Okay, good. We'll have an attempt at this bee. Got him. Alright, good. Bees are pretty fragile and susceptible to poison, so as long as you get one poison needle on them, that'll probably do it. Black bear, is that scary? Probably not. They go berserk as they're nearly dying. Can we affect them? We can, because they're intelligent, of course. Doesn't look like we really did anything there. Urdzif's Ghost. He's got a vorpal weapon. He is an octopode assassin with no spells, but he can hit up for up to 50 damage. What? How can you hit for up to 50 damage? It's D9 and you're an octopode. What? How did that happen? I want to see this. So we're looking up the log of Edzurf. It's very hard to spell. Edzurf. Yep, he's an octopode and he's on D9. He has a +10 Dark Maw. Okay, that explains it. What? How does a ghost at this stage hit for 50 damage? Oh man, okay, so we can't be hit by him. That's insane. How did he die? He was probably trying to swing with it. Yeah, I'd say so. So, the Dark Maul does heaps of damage, as you can perhaps tell, by his 50 damage that his ghost can do. But it's really slow. So here, he swung and killed this wolf, and then in his next swing, the wolf missed him, the wolf missed him, the wolf missed him, the wolf missed him, and Grum hit him. So yeah. That's great. Alright, so this ghost is terrifying. What do we do? Oh, so here comes a water moccasin. It doesn't matter. We gotta keep running. We gotta get away from Urdzurf. Maybe we can recite him. No, we're not zealous enough. go sling bullets. Yeah, I didn't think so. And the other stair as well is dangerous. He's guarding both of those. Sin looked out upon the remains of the servants of hell. I wonder who wrote these. Yeah, look, they're getting confused. You're ready to recite again. I don't know if we got him. Something barely missed you. Yeah, there we go. He's lost in his days. Sweet. Uh-oh. We've got a bunch of monsters coming and killer bees. Hopefully it's just one killer bee. Oh, God, the one poison didn't get him. Alright, I think what we do here is we use an ice blast, because in trying to run away from the killer bee, the orc warrior is nearly killing us. Okay, good. Sorry, as one of the two. Either we run away and the killer bee keeps hitting and poisoning us, or we stop, in which point the orc warrior is threatening to kill us with his halberd. So now we have to... Oh, he random energied us. That's alright. Oh, and then caught us again. This guy's a boss. He's going to get one more shot at us as we go upstairs. And we shouldn't die, I think. He can do 20 plus his halberd. Yeah, he's not going to kill us in the going upstairs turn. And we're going to have to go again. Okay, he was conveniently next to the stairs. Man, can we get out of halberd range, please? There we go. Okay. We're gonna end up starving a lot as in. Because, yeah, there'll just be times where all the enemies you killed were intelligent. It's one of the reasons that I don't love playing Zin. It's not that I'm worried about starving to death, I'm not, but it's just kind of annoying. Because you're so used to just eating stuff, and then suddenly you have a conduct where you can't. Let's get... In case there are more bees coming, we're going to get on this escape hatch up. And we're going to test it out. He's a double-headed ogre. I feel like with 65 HP that I don't really want to stair pull him. Even with our max HP, it's kind of scary. Translocations to 8. So passage is down to 22, which is almost usable. Have to remember that we've got it. Yeah, this has got to be one of those massive bee vaults. I expect there's probably a... Oh, we ran out of things. Out of poison needles. I imagine there's probably a queen bee around somewhere. Here's Erdzurf. We'll just bring him back to this step. Can we recite him? No. So it's now the opposite. This stair is dangerous, the others are not. What's going on? That one. Okay. Just put my phone on silent. That was me, not you getting a message. I think a sky... I was going to say a shock serpent, but a sky beast counts as a chaotic monster. As far as getting Zin piety goes, let's see. Zin accepts your kill. Okay, yep. Wait, he accepts all our kills, doesn't he? No, he doesn't. He just accepts this chaotic one. Okay. Cool, so we got a bit of Zin piety there. We're up to 2 actually, so we have vitalization now. Oh, dude. The 50 damage octopode ghost. Go away. Okay. I don't mind skipping the floor, but we need to get all our needles back. And at this stage, I'm not sure we could call it skipping the floor, seeing as we've done a whole lot of it. Go away. Oh no, I let it have a shot at us. Imagine if you got one shot by a ghost like that. Say you hadn't paid attention, you're just like, oh yeah, an octopode ghost, that's probably pretty easy to kill. And you had less than 50 HP. Let's go down. I don't know if we are ever killing Erdzurf's ghost. Probably not. But certainly not going to be for a long time, if we are. There we go. Ooh, treasure trove. It requires a singing sword to function. That's a pretty good trove. That's effectively saying to us, you can trade 1500 gold for a treasure trove. Now, especially if we're doing long blades, the singing sword is a possible good weapon that we could have used. But, I don't know, I want to do it. Let's do it. So, when we get 1500 gold, we're going treasure troving. And this is not a singing sword game. There's our lair. I don't want to check the hatch up because we might land right next to Erdzurf. There's Sonia. Okay. I wish we had ID. So, hexes are extremely good against her due to her low MR. She's going to have curare needles actually, which is really good for us because if we can kill her, we can claim those. To say what weapon she has, she's got a short sword of draining. Okay, you don't want to get hit by that. She gets 3 attacks and you'll very, very, very quickly get drained. The other thing though is that she's kind of fragile and she relies on her evasion. So as long as we don't mind wasting some Ice Blast charges, which I don't because this is Sonia. You see she's marked red here, it's terrifying. I'm just going to hit her with Ice Blast. Nothing happened. Oh god, let's recharge it. I hope she just keeps sitting there trying to curare us. Okay, let's blink. And one more should do it. Yep, good. She has an enchanted blowgun as well. I said these were extremely rare last episode, and then here's one immediately. Alright. So we wasted an enchant scroll on our own one. But this is good. It's +4. And we have curare. Are we allowed to use them? Does Zin consider them evil? Apparently not. Okay, cool. So now when we get dangerous uniques, we can now use curare. That's extremely powerful. Sweet. So this is the zombie book, probably. Are you sure you want to pick up this pile of gold now? Really? Does that interrupt the... No, it didn't. So why did it do that? Maybe just because there's a monster nearby? It's weird. That's a Cyclops. Speaking of dangerous monsters, it kind of is and it also kind of isn't. So their rocks really hurt, but we have repel missiles, And the other thing as well is that they're really slow. So if we keep him on the edge of our line of sight like this, we can just poison him. And even if he hits us really heavily with one of these rocks, we'll just walk away like that. So we just lost half our HP. Now because he's slow, we just leave. Might even die to that. Yeah, we feel more experienced. Sweet. This Orc Priest has a shield. He got, yeah, see, we're up to almost 8 invocations. It's starting to have more of an effect now. This first Orc got coroned and the Orc Priest got blinded. Suddenly a warrior below us. I stepped into him in the hope that he would just hit us rather than blocking our path. So now we can run down. Again, we can't take the hatch because of the ghost. Where's our stair? It's so far away. That's okay. We can use a corner like this to blink away. That might do it. Yep. Sweet. What did he have? Just a dire flail. Scroll of ID. We don't have. Oh, we do have more remove curse. Okay, let's read this unknown scroll. Amnesia. You don't really want to amnesia any of those. Let's identify the Ice Blast Wand, which is empty again. Damn it. Were we wasting charges with an ID? Maybe. And let's try out these new rings. Another protection from protection from fire. Sweet. Okay. Yeah, we probably don't need additional ones. One of these is usually fine, unless we put on, say, like an ice dragon scales or something, and a ring of stealth, which I don't think we really need. So we're gonna walk around with poison and protection from magic on. ID, I guess more potions. That's Lig. It's also apparently evil. You see it's red here because it's changing your body. So yeah, Sin does not like that. Again, you can still use it. So also let's not die to this guy. Let's blink away. If you have the choice between being poisoned to death to the killer bee pack you met and making Zin angry at you, by all means quaff the Lig. But at this point, we've got the ability for vitalization because of 2 piety, so that gives us our poison, so we're not going to need it. We've also just got up to imprison. This is a cool ability. It's smite targeted, and it puts walls around an enemy. So you lock it in. The duration of it is dependent on your invocation skill, but this is really good, particularly against things that themselves have smite, or say, I don't know. Oh, we can recite this guy. The ghost cries, my head, my head. Alright. Or say, I don't know, say you meet Rupert and you're worried that he's gonna first turn paralyze you and then kill you. You can imprison him and escape. We're near starving again. Okay, I'm picking up the mutation potions. I think we just dropped them. You can still use them. Same as the Lig. He'll get angry, but he won't put you under penance. Okay, that's our D10 done. I'm kind of tossing up whether we should go straight into Lair or if we should do a bit of D11. Thinking we should do D11, or at least try it. we've got passage down to 19%. So we actually, even if we meet something faster than us, like an ugly thing, we can maybe passage away from it. And if we see anything too scary here on D11, we'll just go back up and go into there. There's our Orcish Mines entrance. It might not be a horrible idea actually to do some of that before Orc. Also, let's not die to this Water Moccasin and Wyvern combo. So put on our sling bullets. Okay. So the Wyvern's fast, but we're going to try to blink away from him and just sling him down. Good. But yeah, thinking about Orcish Mines, we're still a lot of gold off, but 1500 gold gets us into the Trove, which is worth thinking about. I should also be putting on Shroud if I'm going to be giving the Orc Warrior the chance to hit us. Oh yeah, and there's a shield. Oh god. Okay, so that was really bad. So that blink there just put us right next to the Orc Warrior. He hit us really hard. We're now on 19 HP, but because we're adjacent to him, even as we step away, he gets another swing at us, so we could die here. What have we got? We've got heal wounds. I think we just do that. Okay, good. And then we blink away again. Alright, that's getting too cocky against these guys. Yeah, we know that Orc Warriors really hurt. And especially if they have a glaive, they're much more dangerous. Shield. Alright. Also, yeah, dyed leather armor. It was poison resistance. All this time. We could have saved buying that ring. That's okay. We're gonna drop that though. Seeing as we have poison resistance, I'd rather just have the extra AC off the ring mail. And if we check out a shield, normally for a normal sized species it takes you 15 skill to get rid of a shield penalty. But because a halfling is small, it takes 21. I'm gonna guess that if we put this on, it's just gonna tank all our spells. It's actually not that bad. No, it's pretty bad. Blink is all the way back to 19, yeah. So I don't think we're doing a shield. At least not anytime soon. Maybe a buckler we might do, if we find one. Let's blink away. Okay, what did we learn? Don't get too cocky. Okay, that's better. Good. He's still blinded from last time. It's interesting. I would have thought it would have worn off. Hey, another weapon shop. And an armor shop. Okay, it's all happening. The battle axe of the genius that we can't use. It's too heavy. Interesting things here. For 72 gold, if we ever run out of poison needles, we can get 13 more. If we ever run out of stones, we can get 28 or 20 more here for 28 gold. And poison tomahawks are not horrible either, because we get throwing skill off our slings. But in saying that, if we're going to throw poison tomahawks, we may as well just actually fire them with the blowgun. Hey, we finally got curing. Okay, so there's a buckler. It's a +1 buckler, positive energy. We got some +2 gloves of strength, is really good. And +1 fire dragon scales is pretty good as well. Oh man, there's too much stuff. I want this stuff now, but what about the treasure trove? What are our current gloves? We don't have any. So we're getting +3 AC out of these gloves of strength, plus the extra strength. As much as I really want to get into the treasure trove, I've got to say this is worth it. It's got to be, yeah. rip the Trove Dream. Book of Callings. This has our Summon Lightning Spire in it, which is the secret to winning the game. But I'm not going to pick that up. And this one has hexes. Halflings are -2 in hexes. It's not too great. So not going to pick that up either. We're just going to rely on Zin to hex things for us. Or kill them like that. Blasted by Holy Word just dies. You're not ready to recite again. Whoops. Should have waited off. That was the equivalent of newer players playing Berserkers who start auto-exploring before their old Berserk runs out. Let's go more strength. We're up to 19 strength. I mean, some of that is our gloves, but that's maybe enough actually. New scroll. Summoning. That's a waste. No biggie. Let's identify potions again. A ring of sea invis. Okay, that's handy to have too. But we don't want to walk around with that on all the time, which I see people do. Don't do that. Just put it on if you see an invis enemy, or if you don't see an invis enemy is more correct. We got trapped. Nothing came. I think we've done most of the floor. Holy Word. Alright, that's D11 done. I don't want to do D12. Can do a similar thing where... Well, let's have a look. Okay, I immediately regretted that because I thought, oh no, what if there's a like a bazaar or there's like an ice cave or something? We'd be forced to do the floor. But you can do a similar thing where you start off doing D12, and if it's too scary, you go to lair. But on average, your D12 is usually pretty scary. So we're up to lair now. I think we'll look, and then we'll leave that one here. So if you join me in the next one, we'll do our lair. We might leave and go try to get 1500 gold in Orc before doing lair. I don't know, it's probably not too smart. And then we're already up to 4 points of piety. That's crazy. Right. Anyway, yeah, we'll mostly be doing lair. Probably. See ya.